Hello, it's Bible story time, and I'm the storyteller. After God had created everything, He made man in His own image to look after everything that He has made. God planted the perfect garden in the east. It was the Garden of Eden. And the first man, Adam, God placed inside of this garden along with his wife, Eve. And everything was just perfect. It was never too hot, never too cold. So Adam and Eve never needed a warm sweater or a raincoat or even an umbrella because it didn't rain. The entire garden was watered by the mist that came up from the earth. And there were no thorns and no thistles, so they didn't need any shoes. And then in the cool of the evening, God came walking with them, and they had sweet fellowship. It was just right in every way. God said to Adam and Eve, "You can eat all the fruit as much as you like in this garden. There's just one tree in the middle of the garden, the tree of knowledge of good and evil. You are not to eat from that tree, because the day you eat from that tree, you will surely die." But there were the nicest other fruits, like crispy apples or juicy oranges. What about sweet bananas, yummy mangoes, and my favorite, red ripe strawberries? And then, one day, Satan came to the garden in the body of a snake, and he was probably sitting in that very tree that God told Adam and Eve they are not supposed to eat from. "Psst," said the snake. "Psst, hey Eve, hey Eve, did God really say you're not supposed to eat any fruits?" "Of course not. That's not what he said." And that's exactly what Eve told him. "Yes," said the snake, "because God does not want you to eat from the tree, because He knows if you eat from this tree, you will be just like Him." Isn't that the silliest thing you've ever heard? Of all of creation, Adam and Eve were the very ones who were already just like God. But she, and probably Adam right there with her, started looking at the fruit, and they thought, that fruit could be very yummy. I wonder what it tastes like. And before you know it, they had eaten. And that very moment, they both started to die. But if they never disobeyed God, they would have lived forever. Then all the glory was gone. And they ran away, and they were hiding. So when God came in the cool of the evening, like He always did, they were gone. "Adam, Adam, where are you?" God said. Now, do you think God did not know where Adam and Eve were? Of course not. He's God. He knows everything. But God said that so that Adam and Eve could realize what they were doing. "We are ashamed, we're hiding," said Adam, "because we don't have any clothes on." "Who told you you don't have any clothes on?" God said. "Did you eat from the tree you were not supposed to?" "No, no, no," said Adam. "Not me, I didn't do it. It's Eve. It's all Eve's fault. She made me do it." "No, no, no, no," said Eve. Not me, not me. It was the snake. I blame the snake. He did it. He made me do it." Well, all that denying helped nothing, because Adam and Eve had to leave the garden. And God said to them, "From now on, you're going to have to work very hard just to get food," because previously they could just pick the fruits and eat. Not anymore. And to the snake, God said, "You're going to have to slither around on your belly." You see, beforehand the snake had legs like everything else that God created, but not after the curse. Then God said, "There's going to be a hatred between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. And you will bite him, but he will crush your head." And that was the first promise of Jesus, the Messiah that was going to come. But Adam and Eve had to leave the garden, and there was an angel with a flaming sword that was guarding the entrance to the garden and the tree of life. And that is what happened when everything went wrong. And what happened next, I will tell you next time on Storytime.